We are live. We got Batman in the house. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the third-party live stream. Today, I have three fine gentlemen accompanying me. Man of Collectibles, Dante. How are you, my friend?
How you doing, my friend Joao? Thank you so much for the invite. And my name is not Man of Collectibles. My name is P-Rock.
P-Rockzilla, the monster in the house. How are you? Oh, you got Grogu over there.
Yeah, man. And I'm Man of Collectibles. I'm not P-Rock.
Oh, shit. And Batman himself.
Names instead. Oh, you did.
Batman himself in the house. FABSFIGURES. What's up?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me.
What's going on?
Very excited to be here. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here on your second stream live. Let's go.
Don't do that. Don't change the name.
Is that Batman or Batgirl?
It's Batman.
Don't do that. Don't change it. He's gonna throw him off.
So let's see. Let's take a look here. We got here just now. I check. Someone's talking about the Ecto one. This is the topic of the week, but we are not going to touch. Who's getting Ecto one or DeLorean? Here, everyone is getting both, right?
Yep.
Are you all getting both?
I am.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get the Ecto one 100%. The DeLorean is, that's a given. But the thing is, the Ecto one is huge. That thing is massive. It's very, very big. Takes up a lot of space. It's supposed to be pretty much just like the first one, but worn out as the second one. And I remember seeing the first one, and the thing was massive. I don't know, I missed it because I don't have the Ghostbusters figures. But I feel like just for the art of this car, like you have to get that car. Just the way they faded out the paint, how they did the what's the wording? You see like the patina on the vehicle, like if it's rusted, like it's beautiful. So I'm gonna figure out a way to get it and fit it somewhere because there's no way I'm missing that one. And I feel like it looks better than the first one too.
Yeah, I also think so. I like the word patina.
Yeah, me too. I like that patina.
Sounds good, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a bit about third parties, about what's going on here, and we got one release this week that I'm going to review next week. It's from
It's good to be in China, man. You get everything
from
quicker.
DAF Toys.
You would think living in China you get like everything, and you do. They get a lot of stuff that we don't get over here at all.
Yeah.
Oh, the Kamehameha effect. That's pretty good. They decide with the effects.
See, but like that right there, it looks like it would be a Fison body figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. It is.
And it is a Fison body.
Yeah, that's why.
When you get this set from DAF Toys, you got the hands, the suit, and everything here. And this is already blogger photos after release that a Chinese collector shared some days ago. And this is what it looks like. Looks pretty nice, I think. With the Fison body, I think this figure looks quite nice.
It looks good, again, but just having to deal with those bodies. I mean, the bodies are great. Like I said, the bodies have their purpose. You buy these bodies, they're great for whatever, people use them for Arnold's, which they look great for like a young Arnold. You know what I mean? People use them for, for customs. People use them for, I've seen them used for Clark Kent Superman from the Justice League, just because the muscularity looks really good. But I can't get over these, like how difficult it is to dress these bodies.
This magazine doesn't come with this figure.
That's Master Roshi all the way.
That's his character, right?
Yep. That's me.
Yeah, but for release, the third party release, this what come last week, and for next week, let's see. But now we got this one that was announced this week. If you collect if you pre-ordered the Shang-Chi ones from Hot Toys,
No,
all
I
of you,
didn't.
right?
No idea.
No, but I'm definitely getting those. I'll actually enjoy the movie. The movie was really good.
See,
This
I
is the
almost ordered this outfit just to have, because I ordered 3 of the Wenwu figures. So I want to be able to display, obviously 2 different ways, one with the rings, one with the effects. But when I saw this, I was like, oh, maybe I should do this look instead. But this suit looks so cheap that I'm like, nah, forget it.
Yeah, but this is only a costume set.
Right.
It doesn't come with anything more.
Right,
It's only
yeah.
a costume set that you will need to use the head sculpt from Hot Toys.
Correct.
This is only the costume set.
But that picture's not a
nothing
Bison
more.
body because I see joints in the elbow.
No,
There's no
that's
body.
not a
There's no
price
body.
point.
Okay,
There's
okay,
no
okay.
body. This is only a suit. This is $58. It's only the clothes set.
No, but he's saying that
The body
when
they're
you, when you
using.
look at the body that they're using
Oh.
for the pictures, you can
That's
see
not
the
a
joints.
Bison.
Oh, yes.
But yeah,
It's
no,
just
I know
fancy.
this is an outfit 100%. But yeah, I was gonna get it, but then I was like, nah, because then that means I got to create my own, get my own body. Then I got to get the head from the figure rather than use the Hot Toys body. So I'm just like, nah, I'm not buying it.
I have my comments on this type of costumes and accessories that you can build yourself, right? When you do a kit batch, when you try to do something, right, you need to kind of like find the appropriate body. Then you need to find someone who can do certain outfits for the particular figure. But in this case, you have pretty much everything. The only thing is to find the body and pretty much build it. And I think that's a good thing, especially for people that like to do kit batching stuff. I think the fact that you can get accessories like this or somewhere else and then just kind of concentrate on the body. I'm assuming, again, I haven't got any of this before, but I'm assuming that they will tell you what type of body is recommended for this type of figures, some instructions or something. I'm assuming that you will get some type of guidance when you build this thing.
Yeah. No, but for the price, I think it's worth at least to. It depends really, because for this actually you will need to have 2 head sculpts. Because you will not ditch the Hot Toys one and just use this one as a main character. You will need to have a second one to kit bash this one, or maybe wait for a third-party head sculpt.
Which is going to happen. Third party always comes out, with something just to, for the market. And I think it's always good to get, let's say, for example, that John Cena figure, the Hot Toys one, like, 100% somebody's going to make a regular head sculpt without any animation to it, any facial expression to it. And a lot of people are going to buy it because they want to be able to display the figure without the open mouth. Because I personally think,
yeah,
to have a figure like that, for me, it's stupid. I don't want to have it like that. Definitely not with the tongue sticking out. So
I don't know. See, I would display mine with the mouth, at least the mouth open, because I have him probably having the gun, or if he could use the gun.
right.
Have him
Yeah, you
shooting
can
the
use the
gun
gun.
with the mouth
Yeah,
open.
you can use the gun.
Yeah, you can use the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cannot show it because it's Warner Brothers. That's why. But
Next one we got, of course, this one we all know already. This Pyroxilla. You are into Superman?
Not well. DC Superman's not one of my favorites. More Batman. This does look nice, but Hot Toys wise, I don't do much Marvel or DC because I don't follow the movies more. I follow more of the comics. So I'd stick to Star Wars mostly. But I mean, this looks nice, but I'm probably not gonna get it.
This is the Kingdom Come version, but I think it looks pretty good, and I'm confident about the quality with Soosoo Toys. But I was talking with some people today here, and they said that the body doesn't look muscular enough.
I don't see the thing for me. So like I said before, with the people doing their own, kit bashing for the Clark Kent from the Justice League, right? So they'll use a Bison body, which is overly muscular for this figure, right? So my thing is, if you look at the movie, you watch any movie, Superman has never been, very muscular like
Yeah,
that.
you're right.
Yeah, in the comic books, I understand.
Henry
But in
Cavill's
real
the only
life,
one.
in real life, the actors are never super muscular, and the suits that they give them aren't that super muscular either. Like you have Shazam. Shazam in the first movie, that whole costume was straight padded, shoulder padded, bicep padded, everything is padded. So when you translate that, a Superman, actor to a figure, this is perfect. I used I forget the name of the body for my custom Clark Kent from Justice League when he gets out of the grave with just the black pants. And the body that I used is more screen accurate than any Bison body on the market. And I'll pull it out in a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This to me is perfect, the perfect build for Superman. The figure is beautiful. The outfit is perfect. I don't watch the show at all, but this is, like you said, Kingdom Come. It's very rare. It's a must.
Yes, and another thing is that the head sculpt looks amazing too. I mean,
Yep.
it does look freaking
Yeah.
good. You can see some gray hair on the side, on the top. I think the muscle on this figure looks pretty good, and let me tell you, I have the Gambit from Soosoo Toys, and they did a really good job with that figure. So the head sculpts are very,
Indeed,
very
indeed.
good. And I have a feeling that this company eventually is going to become licensed at some point,
Yes.
because the quality is so really good, and the outfit, the accessories, even the quality. When you buy a figure, right? Let's just put example of if you buy a Hot Toys, right? They show you the prototype. Oh, prototype is perfect. Then when it comes with the final production, sometimes it downgrades a little bit. Still good quality, but Soso Toys, the last releases I've seen, and guys, please correct me if I'm wrong because I don't collect many third parties, but specifically for Soso Toys, you see the prototype and the final product pretty much the same thing. Oh, that's a good one.
So the whole point, what I was trying to explain was this. So this body that I use for this figure is more screen accurate. It has the chest hair, it has the abdominal hair that he has in the movie. Henry Cavill is not a bodybuilder. He's not super muscular. This body is, I feel personally that this is the best representation of him in that movie. People have used this head sculpt on a Fison body. It looks ridiculous because he's not that muscular. This, to me, he's got the same exact abs. He's got the same exact amount of chest hair, abdominal hair. The arms are just like his arms. So this is perfect. This is why I use this body. But I would never use a Fison body for something like this because it doesn't match the actor. So look at this body. It's perfect.
Fabio, let me see how far that hair goes down.
Let me see.
Look,
That one
See?
is the
Look
black.
at that. Look at that. That's way too bulky because that's not him. You know what I mean? That's not Clark Kent at all.
He's wearing jeans. This
See?
is my horrible attempt to kick back.
No, it looks fine. That looks more comic book accurate with the
But
realistic.
which body is that one?
This is a Fison.
M35?
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
35? Yeah.
M35, 34.
I think it's
35.
34.
See, so that looks fine, but that's way, that looks way too muscular for him in a movie, and it doesn't have the. It doesn't
Where you
have
get them
the
jeans from?
Yeah, I bought jeans
Levi?
from eBay. I don't know. Like I did the horror. This is wrong. I know 100% is wrong. It's just I just wanted to use the
No,
head
there's
sculpt.
nothing. It's not that it's wrong because that's it looks fine. But what I'm saying is, if you want to be more accurate, more screen accurate, that's not the body for it. But that looks perfectly fine because that looks like it would be an animated Superman.
Mm-hmm.
That looks good. That looks really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Plus, it's a kid badge. So it doesn't have to be.
Right, exactly. That's
Identical.
exactly my point. Like if you're just putting it together, there's no wrong or right way. But I'm saying if you're looking for more screen accurate, then you have to go with a different body. But that looks great. There's nothing wrong with that.
So you are getting only one or two, Fabio?
No, I only ordered one because again, I there's no multiple outfits to display him with. There's no different heads, so you only need one of this. And I needed it because again, this is gonna sell out and it's gonna get really pricey because Soosoo Toys is very limited at this point. So, I've been getting a lot of their figures, which I never was before, for that reason because their value shoots right up as soon as they sell out. So they're really and obviously, they're very good quality. They're very good with the artistry when it comes to the head sculpts. Their paint application, everything so far from Soosoo Toys lately has been perfect.
Yeah, but this comment here from David Lash is quite interesting. Does also want to be licensed though? Maybe everything they've been releasing would be cost prohibitive for licensed figures, and it's true. If you imagine if Soosoo Toys got a license, maybe their prices would rise up. Not much because they are already on the 200 mark, but they will go maybe 280, 285, something like that.
But also, if he gets licensed, right, which I think is gonna happen. That's just my personal opinion. I guess when they do a licensed product, let's say for this particular character is licensed, right? They go to a different vetting process. You cannot release something that is not 100% or close to the likeness, right? If it's licensed, right? They want to get as close to the actor as possible, right? So I think the quality will improve even further for this. This is really good. Just imagine if they are licensed. They can do other characters. They can maybe do something different on the suit. They can put different logos, the packaging, the maybe backdrops, maybe dioramas. So they can expand so much, and because they have the quality already, it's gonna be more limited. They can do limited runs like what they did with Cajun Dealer, like Gambit. They can do
Exactly.
400 copies of this, 500 of this, you know and make good money out of it. They can have a regular version, which is this one, and then maybe have a limited one with a bigger diorama with something different. So that's the beauty of your license as well. Of course, it's gonna be more pricey for us to pay, but at the end of the day, you're getting something licensed.
Yeah, I think if they do same thing, I think if they get licensed, I think their prices are going to shoot up, and I feel like because at this moment right now, I feel like they're literally right below Hot Toys, like they're right under them when it comes to quality, when it comes to sculpting, when it comes to painting, all that stuff. So what I feel is going to happen is just to as a screw you to Hot Toys, they will, if they get the license, they will be more expensive because I feel like they will give us more accessories per figure just to be able to charge more. So if they go licensed, I feel like they're going to get more expensive than Hot Toys to a certain extent, obviously depending on the figure.
Yeah, but what the collector one is saying, it is true, because if you license, it will kill the ability to pump out the fast batches as they do now. Because they will need to wait for license approval, they will need to wait for a lot until it got released, while now they just do as they want and ship out.
But so would you know, so like, how you tell us that like Toys R Us is the same company as another company and it's the same company as another company. Do you know if Soosoo Toys has other sub companies? Because if that's the case, where I'm going with this is this. So for example, you said Toys R Us is what companies? Toys R Us is what?
Infamous.
Infamous, War Story, Infamous War Story.
So for
I think Toys Battalion also.
Right. So let's leave those three. So you have Toys R Us, Toys Battalion, and what was it? And Infamous, right? So let's say obviously the biggest one is Toys R Us. So let's say Toys R Us goes for licensing. They still have these two companies making products for them. Meanwhile, they're getting licensed for Toys R Us. Once they get licensed, they haven't stopped making anything because they still got these other 2-3 companies making products for them, which is a very smart idea.
Yeah, but I don't think if it's a licensed company, I don't think they're gonna be able to have sub companies doing third party because it would be
you don't
breaching.
but you don't know if they're attached to the company directly.
If they're not attached, they can do whatever they want, obviously. But if they are attached somewhere, they can't because that will be
now. But you got the example. You got them toys. They did the Godfather and so on. They are VTS Toys. VTS Toys is their brand for third-party unlicensed figures. They are them toys doing licensed
Damn Toys and VTS are together.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, they are the same.
Yeah. So say that's what
I didn't know that.
You'll have the main company, Toys R Us, making, getting the license while the sub companies are making their products until they're fully ready to go. So it makes sense.
Right. Yeah, that's a way also to see the things, but it will never be as fast as it is now, because now they can pump out figures as they want without any approval. Their only approval are the fans. They show the head sculpts on Instagram. They see how is the reaction from the fans. If they think everything is fine, they just go.
Yeah.
And I that's the way it's been working until now. And just now we were talking about the Dem Toys and VTS Toys, and they just announced this one yesterday. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this character. I'm not. Yeah. This one is from an anime and also a movie. Is Rurouni Kenshin. Do you know anything about this, Pyroxil? You are more into the Japanese.
I'm into the anime, but I didn't know anything about this. I think it's an older anime. I know on Geeking Out on there, they know a bunch about this and they kind of educated me on it. But
Yeah, but they
looks nice, but
there's
I don't
no
know
price
anything
for
about
it yet, but looks pretty good. VTS Toys, they did the Ghost of Tsushima that looks
Yeah.
amazing. I did a review on that one. The deluxe version looks really good,
Yep.
and this one looks really really good. They really do a lot. Their work is quite nice. In their dioramas, they do. And the arms, you see, no, there is no joints. The wrists are completely seamless. That looks pretty good. I really like the arms like this. They come with extra arms. They look pretty good. See this diorama here?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
that one
great.
looks sick.
Like that, like the figure you were just speaking about, that ghost figure, the ninja.
Mm-hmm.
That base, that deluxe base, is beautiful with
Yeah.
the fox and
And the
everything.
fox.
Yeah, that changes the entire figure.
You still have that figure, Joao?
I still have it.
Okay.
The Ghost
You
of
keeping it?
Tsushima, I still have it. I will keep it. I just need to find the right place to display him, because he's a character that need to fit some. I don't know
Like a
with who
theme.
to fit him.
Yeah.
I like to display by theme. I don't like to display characters randomly. But this diorama and the arms, these should be the future of 1/6.
I was
because
gonna
looks
say,
horrible.
no, I was gonna say these arms. I'd rather have these arms than just plain hands. You know what I mean? I'd rather have arm replacements like this, because look at the veins, look at the what do you call it? The detail on the arms. You know, obviously because they're gonna be exposed, but I'd rather this than a hand.
Well, the only negative about this is you won't get the wrist articulation. You just get
Right.
a static pose.
You
And
you
then-
lose that.
Look how nice that looked without the
does
articulation.
look nice,
This
though.
is the battle damage version.
That's
The one we see just now is the clean one. This is the second version they did.
Look at the hair in the back.
Yeah.
How
Look at
sick
these.
is that?
I
Looks
think if I choose
amazing,
between the
right?
two, I'll get this one before the other one. This one looks nicer to me.
Oh yeah,
Look at the arms.
Yeah, that looks beautiful. I'd rather this all day because of the piece. Obviously, the arms are exposed, like I said, but this is beautiful. I'd rather this all day than just regular hands.
The way you see him here posing like this with the arms, bloody arms. Even if you are not a fan of this character, this will look good in a collection display,
Absolutely.
because this looks like a piece of art, right?
You put this next.
Look at these arms.
What's her name?
This is amazing.
Kill
Look
Bill.
at these arms.
The girl
I
from
know.
Kill Bill. You put them next to each other. It's gonna look sick.
Or you could give those arms to it too, your Pennywise character.
The diorama looks great.
Look,
Oh,
the
freaking good.
flames, the fire. That's awesome.
Yeah, this one. But is the case they are them toys, VTS toys. They have the enough quality to do licensed figures, and then they take some extra time to do these unlicensed figures.
Yeah, I have some VTS toys. They're okay. They're not bad.
No, they did at least until they do the
Final
VTS
Fantasy.
VTS toy. Yes, they do the Final Fantasy. They did that game, the Detroit Become Human. Detroit Become Human.
Before
They
Human?
did one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did also the Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. They did one version of him, and Lim Toys did the other one. And them
Who is Lim Toys? I've seen them, but what company is that?
Lim Toys is just Lim Toys. It's a
Okay,
company
there's
named
no-
Lim Toys.
There's no bigger company that owns them.
No, they are just one.
They just
company.
limb.
They just
They're
they're
limp.
just Lim.
They can't get it up.
Passing now to this is other characters that I'm not very familiar, but I see at least here in Asia many people collect these. These are made by TB League. This is the Sobek Egyptian deity. There are two versions, black and white, but they are quite pricey, $300. This
Yeah, the prices are going higher on those.
Yeah, no.
They used to be a lot cheaper.
Well, when these figures first came out, it was always like these gods, right? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, these are cool, but I was like, And I was like, you know what? I was like, what are the chances of them coming out with a whole line? Now they're like,
Yeah, now everything's Egyptian.
yeah, they got like 7 figures out right now. But at first, I was like, ah, it looks cool. It's a lot of detail on these things. And
They
then
do like the god of sun, the god of. They do a lot
Yeah,
of kind of stuff.
Orius.
very good. No, they look
Anubis.
great. They look, yeah. Anubis was the first one, I think.
Yep.
They had different versions of Anubis. Then they came out with the sun god.
Cleopatra too.
Yeah, no, they came out with a bunch of stuff. And again, I didn't expect them to have a whole line of it, but they're really, really good looking. I've never seen them in person, but in the pictures, they look great.
Mm-hmm. But you won't like that because, well, since they're fighting body, the TB League body, so that's kind of against what you want.
Well, that's why I never once I saw the Anubis, I was like, oh wow, this is cool. But they only had one, and I was like, who's gonna buy Egyptian stuff? And now, like I said, there's like seven figures out of them right now, and they look they would look amazing all together. But I didn't even get the first one, so now to go backwards, forget it.
They have two versions of this one. They have the black one,
red.
and this is the white one. The white one comes with a open mouth, in with a white vest.
Mm-hmm.
But they look quite cool. Let me tell you.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
For what it is, they look quite cool.
Yeah, I mean the detail, the accessories, I mean the stuff right here looks amazing too.
So this is 300. That's crazy because the
It's
Anubis is only
nice,
like
right?
170.
I think because
299.
accessories,
I saw this on 1.6 kit, I think, something
right?
like that.
I think because of the accessories and the diorama, all that at 10, and the detail too. There's a lot of detail going on in this guy.
Because I think the other ones too, like Orius and the other
Do you,
ones.
but you want a figure of one of these figures, Fabio? Do you want any of these?
No, like I said, if I were to get any of these now,
No,
it's too late.
But you don't know if the weapons and everything is die cast or is plastic. You don't know, right?
I have no idea, but I'm assuming it's got to be. It can't just be plastic because if you're charging $300 for a silicone body or a Phison body figure, so all you're really focusing on is what? Painting the body and then creating the head sculpt and giving us the base. So I feel like if they're going to charge $300 for something like that, it's either because of the base or the accessories are either metal or some type of die cast or something. They can't give you cheap stuff for a $300 figure. Absolutely not.
Well, it varies because I have a lot of Phison TB League figures. The Red Sonja is die cast. Lady Death, I don't recall her sword being die cast. And then Vampirella's dagger is not die cast. So certain figures do have die cast weapons. I'm not sure if this one is. They didn't say in the instructions yet.
And that right there adds the value too, because it's not only the quality of the figure, but also the quality of the accessories. And that helps a lot. And that's something that sometimes Hot Toys, if you compare this with Hot Toys, that's what they need to incorporate a bit more, dedicate a little bit more on the accessories. Yes, sometimes we get a lot of those, but sometimes you need a bigger base or maybe a diorama set or something that complements the figure. In this case of these third-party companies, they not only do a good job in terms of the likeness, but also the accessories, the outfit. They take time to do this. And of course, we're going to be super realistic compared to a company like Hot Toys in terms of volume. These third-party companies don't produce as many as Hot Toys, but the quality is actually pretty good in most cases.
Yeah, just got to maintain the body. That's about it, but they're good.
Yeah, these look quite good. Now for Star Wars fans, let's show you a third-party Wampa.
Like a Wampa. Yeah. This
is made by Inbox Studio. I think it's Malaysia. They call this the Statues Monster. $229. And they do only 99 pieces limited. From what I've seen, it's only 99 pieces. But this is huge. 18-inch.
Yeah.
Now, is that like fur or is it sculpted?
It's fur. It's fur.
Oh, that's fur. That looks like fur.
That's fur.
Nice.
And it comes with a severed arm. You can pose him without the arm. I don't know if Sideshow never did any Wampa, right? Or
No.
they did any?
Not that I know of.
I know any of you are interested in getting this? Fabio, maybe?
Never. No.
Yes.
Like you said, it's too big. And where would I put it? It won't fit in any of my cases. It's not going to fit in a D12. And then if I were to put that in a D12, who am I putting in there with him? You know what I mean? So, no, I'm definitely not. And it's a statue, too, so definitely not.
It looks nice. I
Dante.
don't know. I would have to get the
No?
Hoth. I would have to get the Hoth.
Yeah, like
Yeah, Luke.
I have Luke and Han, and obviously that's from the Luke scene. But you know, I have the Sideshow ones. But again, like just to take up an entire shelf with those two, it's like, nah, I'm good.
That's true.
So
I am getting it.
that's
Just to contradict Fabio, I'm getting it.
that's
And I'm gonna get
a
3
no.
of this.
So that's a no.
No, for me, I'm seriously, I'm gonna get that one. I just want to know where I'm looking at Facebook right now and see where can I order this. I'm assuming
You need to just search on Facebook for Inbox Studio, the page. It will appear. It will appear at once. You will see
Yeah.
that page.
and they
I
show
think
you
they're from
how
Malaysia.
yeah from Taiwan.
You need
And
to
no-
you need to comment. You need to comment and tell. And they give you. They tell you which numbers are available because you can choose which number you want from 1 to 20 to 99. You can choose the number you want.
I want
Since that's why
69.
we're making 99.
Somebody took 69. Come on, man.
Stupid.
Coming here to the chat. What's your opinion about Moon Knight?
Moon Knight is going to be insane.
Logan
And
boy.
the what do you call it? The outfit. If Hot Toys can like get us that outfit perfectly into a figure, oh my god, that figure is gonna be insane. The detail in the suit. Can only imagine if they use the leather feel like material that it looks like.
No, I hope not.
No, but it's got. They have to get as close as possible to the way that looks, and
I'm
it
hoping
looks
it's all
like
cloth.
it can't be cloth. It's got to have some type of grip to it. So they got to give you something different. It's got to be good. If they could pull it off, it's going to be so. And then obviously you're going to have third parties making you the head sculpt of the actor. What's his name? God, what the hell's his name? He was in
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. And so you're going to get the head sculpt. So you're going to have people just displaying, him, the Moon Knight body with his head on. They could give you somebody can make a battle damage one with blood on him and stuff like that. So it's going to be cool.
Well, the cool thing about Moon Knight too is he has split personality. So they already showed that he's gonna have
Exactly.
Mr. Knight,
Right.
which when I saw the Moon Knight character, the only thing that bothered me was the mask. I hate that he has a little scarf thing over his face, but when they show Mr. Knight, he doesn't have that scarf over his face. And I was like, damn, that would be perfect for the actual Moon Knight character, not Mr. Knight.
Right.
But he's gonna be good. I mean, my thing is like Moon Knight's the type of character he has to be posed. You can't just keep him museum posed because of the cape and everything. Especially when he jumps in the air, his cape forms that crescent shape. I'm hoping the wire's the cape's gonna have a wire to form that crescent shape. Because the Masco one's all cloth with a little bit of plastic, but it's mostly cloth. Which lets me pose it as much as I can.
You have one from Mesco?
Yeah, I got the. You want me to grab it?
Yeah, let me see it.
All right, hold on.
Joao, I sent you a link on the private chat. Look, I didn't realize they have another figure as well.
What's the figure?
Bantha? They have a Bantha.
No.
They
Wow.
do. They do have. Yeah, I was just looking into it and I saw it. It's $279 shipped, and it's supposed to be released between April and May this year. And it's only one 99 as well. Only number one. Only one person so far.
Would you get a Bantha to pose with Boba?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of tempted now.
But that
Wait,
thing
pull
is
it up.
huge.
Pull it up. I want to see it.
But that thing should be huge.
I know.
I don't think if Hot Toys decides to make that, I think it's gonna be more of like what do you call it? I don't think they're gonna make it 1/6 Bantha. That thing's gonna be massive. I think they'll make a smaller scale like they did the Bat, or like they did the whole of armor for like the Spider-Man, the Batman, or like something like that to that scale. I don't think it's gonna be a 1/6 at all, because that's gonna be huge. The Blurg alone is going to be huge. So the Bantha is bigger than that.
Yeah, this one here is
Here he
30.
Oh, that's sick.
See the mask? It doesn't have the scarf over the face. That's what I'm saying. I wish it was just like that.
Yeah. Nah,
And the
that looks
detail is very detailed. The costume, you can see the crescent on the chest.
is that like straight like a white version? Because I feel like his outfit is like grayish. No.
No, that's what I'm saying. In the comics, he's all white like this.
Oh,
The
okay.
movie, they show they're changing it. He doesn't have the wrap. He's like a mummy. He never had that even in the
Right.
comics.
I know that which is what I'm talking about. Like it looks cool to have that detail on the forearms. Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
this is it's gonna be huge. The Bantha is 80 inches long,
Yeah. See,
35 deep, and 64 inches high.
that's ridiculous. Who the hell's gonna buy that? You would have to have Grogu behind you on top of him. That's
So
how
six-
big it's gonna be.
So just to give you an idea, 64. Holy shit! Nah, there's no freaking way. I think these measurements are wrong. Oh, centimeters. I was
There you
thinking
go.
80 inches. I'm like, damn, no, that's
Here it is.
Yeah, no way. Where's that gonna go?
no, that's centimeters. So
You know what-
34.
You know what you could do? You freaking put a leash on that and drag it like your dog. That's how big. That
I take it out. Like
okay,
they're gonna tell me, what is this? Oh, this is like a bath.
this is
Like
what
a
is that?
bath.
What does that look like? Like a band?
But it looks like like a Chewbacca with horns.
And it does.
It does a little bit.
I know, but imagine having something like
But
this.
how many inches they say?
Well, it's actually centimeters. So we're talking about 80 centimeters. So 80 is
80
centimeters.
centimeters.
Yes. I thought it was inches, sorry. Centimeters.
I
to
80
forgot.
inches.
centimeters, that's huge.
Yeah.
So 80, we're talking about 31 inches. So we're talking about this long, right? For let's see,
Humongous.
for 64 high. So 64 should be 25 inches high. So about this. So it's big.
That thing is humongous. It's
Yeah.
gonna take up way too much room.
It's big. But hey, it's like a Bantha. You can go wrong with it.
Yep.
No, man, this definitely not for me.
They're gonna make Bantha babies. Dux
It's like a
Missiles.
chia pet almost.
Chia pets.
That's what it looks like, a little chia pet.
No, no, David Lash. She's not 80 inches long. I misread. It's a centimeter. So 80 inches is about 31 inches long. So still big.
That's what she said.
Okay, there's some stuff some stuff here I want to talk with you guys. I want to know your opinion because you are all collectors. You all collect mostly you collect hot toys. Most of you enter in this in the collection 1/6 scale from hot toys. But I want to know what's your opinion about third parties. As a collector, does third parties fit your collection? Is something that you rather not get, or I just want to know what's your opinion about third parties. And I start here with P-Rockzilla. What you have to say about third parties?
I think it depends on the IP or the line. Like I don't think I would catch myself buying any Star Wars third party figures, but I can see for comic book figures I can get third party because I see Hot Toys doesn't really touch the comic side as much as they do mostly the movies. So I have no problem with third party. I have a few third party figures, but just certain lines I don't think I would collect third party. I'd rather get the official stuff for certain lines, but I have no problem with third parties. I support third parties. Third parties are good for figures that we just talked about earlier because Hot Toys wouldn't make these figures. So it's a good alternative for figures that you can't get through Hot Toys.
You wouldn't get, you will never get, for example, that Leia that is a third party figure, that the one
I would
from
probably
The Empire
alright,
Strikes Back.
let me rephrase. So I would probably, if I were to get it, I probably wouldn't display it with my Hot Toys. I'll probably keep it separate
Okay.
from my Hot Toys. Like I'll have it, yeah, like I probably maybe have it on this display shelf on top of it, maybe, but I wouldn't combine it with my Hot Toys. At least for Star Wars. Anything else I would, but not Star Wars.
Understood. Yes, and I completely understand. How about you, Dante?
So for I like their parties. I actually got a few before. I actually saw a couple. I used to have Joaquin Phoenix, Joker. I still have Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Cajun Car Dealer, which by far is the best third party I own, period. And I was about to sell it, but then I decided not to do it. I just kind of said, you know what, I'm not. So I took it out the selling what I was selling.
I was about to ask you about that
But
too.
but I want to continue exploring more Soso toys because the quality of that one was really good. I mean, the Hascope is amazing. I think third parties are a good complement to complete your collection. And, for example, Hato doesn't do everything, but let's say you have, you know, th- let's just put Thanos, right? And you want to have Ebony Ma, Proxima Midnight, then you have third party companies that can help you complete that setup, right? If you want to get all your case nicely displayed, then you will choose third party companies. And of course there's some third party companies that are really good and some of them that are really bad. Like the quality sucks. As soon as you open the box, something is broken, something is not right. But then you have other companies like Toys Eras, also Toys, that they they do a better job than the others in terms of quality. We have Young Rich Toys, which I owned before as well, really good as well. I personally like them. But then so start climbing quicker. And I think for collectors out there who wants to have a figure that maybe a licensed company cannot produce, then third parties is definitely a good option. So I actually pretty good, happy with what I've seen so far. There's too many options out there. I don't know every single character, and sometimes I see something that looks really good. I'm like, oh damn, I want to get this one, because it
Yeah, I
does look
think
good
third
to the
parties
eye.
as a complement for your collection. I think it's okay as a complement for a collection. Some background figures that Hot Toys will not do. For example, if you want to complete the Children of Thanos, you need to go with third parties. Hot Toys will not do them all. Will not do any of them until now. There's nothing from Hot Toys, so you will need to go that route. Fabio, what's your take on third party? I know you get a lot of them. What's your take on this?
So when I started, third parties for me were just another figure. You know what I mean? Because again, Hot Toys wasn't making as much. There was Hot Toys. There was Enterbay. There was I want to say Blitzway also, but it was more mostly Hot Toys and Enterbay. So when the third party came out, it was like, oh cool, another figure, another figure. Now though, and the quality back then was not what it is now, anywhere near what it is now. So it's become more of it's just another figure, and now a third party is completing an entire line. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course you have
Completely.
your very rare case of they'll give you a one off and that's it. You know, but now for me, third party is a must to complete a line. Yeah, if they do a like I said, a one off that I really want, I'll get it because I want it. But 99% of the time when I get a third party now is because I already have something and it'll look good next to that, whatever other figures I have from that line.
But with I know that you get a lot of third parties. Do you usually go to for some specific brands, or you just take a risk and you just go for them all?
Again, so whatever I think, whatever I like and I think it will look good, and what I started doing as judgment is, I know things evolve and I know things get better over time, and some, let's say a company made a figure, last year, I would hope that this year their next figure will be a lot better. You know what I mean? I would just expect that. And that's exactly what's happening. So what I do is, for example, let's say Daft Toys, they don't come out with things very often, but when they do, it's usually very good. So because I know that I have a couple of their products already, when I see them promoting a picture of their new figure right away, because I'm okay with the quality that I've received in the past, I will get it immediately. And if it's bad, then guess what? It's bad. But now having some of these figures from these lines already will give me a gauge of what to expect with the figure. And they're usually never worse than the prior figure. They're actually, like I said, they're usually better. So you can't really lose. So that's why I get them. The company doesn't matter. As long as it looks good and I have something from them already, I'll get it.
But and
So like that. I'm sorry.
no, go on, go on.
Oh, no, I was say what like Doc Smith mentioned, like that third party that did the Black Order. If I collected the Avengers for Hot Toys, I definitely would get that pack because Hot Toys doesn't make the villains.
Right.
So I would go the third party route for the villains because that's the only option we really have.
Exactly. Yeah.
And,
You
and,
need
that,
to.
and
You will need them to complement your
Yeah.
collection.
I was gonna say in that Call Obsidian too, like that is gonna be
Yeah.
insane because it's so big, So that's another thing with third
Definitely.
parties. Like sometimes, they go too overboard trying to be too much into the scale, like too specific with the scale, too accurate with the scale, that then you're gonna get something that's too ridiculous to even like bother buying. Like the was it Toys R Us made the Kingpin. That Kingpin looks like a big, like a baby doll toy. You know what I mean? It doesn't look
Exactly.
like a 1/6 scale. It looks like you grabbed a baby toy from Toys R Us, and this is what the figure is. And that's a waste of a figure. That's a waste of, people bought it, and I guarantee you every single person that bought it was like, what the hell did I do? Because it just doesn't belong anywhere. That goes on top of a shell, top of a case somewhere, and that's it. And it doesn't even look good to have it next to, a Daredevil, have it next to a Punisher. It doesn't belong because it looks toyish. It looks fake. It doesn't even look realistic. So, that's a waste of a figure. I almost got it, but I was like, you know what? I was like, it doesn't go anywhere. And I have, Daredevil. I have the from the
Was that
show. I have
was
the
that the super big
Punisher.
one, like the real big Kingpin?
Yeah,
That's what you're
yeah.
talking about. Yeah, that was
It
not
the
even scale
same
anymore.
body. It was the same body as the Juggernaut that they made. Same exact body, but they put a different outfit and they put obviously clothing and probably a fat suit on it. But it's like, what are you gonna do with this figure? You can't do anything. The joints are they're not 100%. They're kind of flimsy. Sometimes depending on the ankles are loose a little. So what's the point? Why make something like that? So my fear now is that Call Obsidian, because it's going to be massive, and I don't know where it's going to go, because I can guarantee you, unless you have the adjusters for the D12 shelves, it's not going to fit in a D12. So
Here, this comment from David is interesting. Do you get anything from Redman Toys, Fabio? Because they seem to delay a lot. I never got figures from them
I don't
because
think.
Redman Toys they do Tombstone figures,
Yeah,
the
no.
Tombstone from the movie, but
Yeah, no.
they seem to delay a lot.
I bought Redman's
There's
album.
other
That's about it.
question here that I have that actually it's more controversial, but it's something that is always brought up when we talk about third parties. It's about every third party. Normally, either they recast a head from Hot Toys or from other custom artists. There are a lot of private artists, private customs that were already recast from third parties. I want to know your take on this. Do you accept the recast on your collection? For example, we saw DAF Toys, the Alfred from the Dark Knight. Basically, they recast the head sculpt from Hot Toys, and they did a bit of touch in the hair, a bit of repaint, and the head sculpt actually looks pretty good. But you know that you are looking at a head sculpt that was molded and that was casted by Hot Toys. What's your take on this? I start with Dante. What do you think about this?
I think it's I like on design. I like to see on design,
Like Gambit, for example, right?
like Gambit, for example, because that gives you more freedom to do things, and you can, if you are a sculptor, if you are a artist, you have more freedom to create something that blends together with the character, right? Like, I mean, again, I'm gonna put as an example Gambit because that's one of the best third party figures I have in my collection, only the third one. uh, but I mean, the quality is just so good. I mean, the hair, you can swap up the hair. I thought it was two head sculpts at one point before watching any reviews, and then I realized, oh shoot, it's a is a hairpiece. You can actually change it. you know then we have the effects, then we have the code, The base looks nice. So they do many little things that complements the figure much better. You have like 300 hands that you can swap. So some of them are some, actually half of them are translucent, so it will complement the effect of him throwing the cards. So it's actually pretty good. Let me just bring the figures so I can show you guys.
I think.
Yeah, but while we wait for Dante, when I reviewed the Daft Toys, the Joker set, the Heath Ledger Joker, Daft Toys did a set with a coat, with the two coats, with the pants, and with the shoes. There was a custom from Italy that he sent me a message and told me the shoes that Daft Toys are doing, they are a recast of the shoes I did for some private work I did for some customers. Would you mind to remove the video from your channel? Not the video, to remove the link or anything that will allow people to buy this set, because he was angry with this because he did that shoes for some customers. Somehow a model of those shoes came to China and they recasted shoes, and that's one thing that I'm against third parties, is when they steal the others' work for their own advantage.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel
Right.
like. Go ahead, Dante.
So this is, I'm going to show you just the base. I'm going to show you the figure now, but I mean, if you look at the base, how good,
It's better
something
than
something so simple. Yeah, I agree, something so simple, but they add some patterns here with the X logo here, and then you have the figure itself that looks freaking fantastic. I mean,
Yeah, this
I want
Gambit
that figure,
is,
man.
is
It's just-
fire.
I mean, look at that.
You are too late, my friend.
I know. The reason I didn't get it is like I collect in pairs. Like I don't have any scale X-Men, so to have Gambit by himself there, I wish they would have announced two figures at one time, maybe Gambit and Psylocke or Gambit and Rogue. And I definitely would have jumped on.
Do you know why I didn't?
I think they are going to do Rogue.
You're never too late,
They
my
already
friend.
teased it.
Oh,
you have-
see,
you
there
have
we
two.
go. All right, good.
I have 3.
That's
All
why I
right, so
sold out.
good.
But
So
you know
Bob,
what?
save one for me, just because if they announce Rogue or Psylocke or Wolverine, please save me one.
They're gonna whatever Sideshow comes out with, they're gonna come after them. So if they come out with another one, you better believe they're gonna come out with another one.
And this is the
The-
reason why I didn't sell my I decided to pull this from my selling pool, because I was talking to Fabio and he said, first of all, this figure is one of the best Soosoo Toys I've done so far, right? That's one. 2, limited edition. 3, you're gonna
wait,
beat them
wait
right.
on that. Wait. Let's stop right there. Here, David said they will re-release like they are doing for Airman, right? And this actually is interesting because I don't know if you guys remember, but before they did the Daredevil, the Blind Vigilante, that was limited to 300 pieces.
I noticed.
I don't know how much did they sell, but there are stock here still.
Yeah,
I don't think they did 300 pieces.
I noticed that pattern too. I noticed that they're doing that. They're giving you the first release is low stock to see the sales, and I feel like they're doing a second batch after the fact. Absolutely, I noticed that too.
For Gambit, I believe they don't want to risk, because this Gambit, they got Sideshow on them. Gambit is it's a figure that is more delicate. I'm not sure if they will risk to do it again. They said 450 pieces. This sometimes is the marketing. They want to get those pre-orders fast, so they want you to rush into pre-order and to get them fast.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. I don't know if they are going to re-release it. Probably yes. Anthony is in the house. How are you? I miss my game because of rent. As you know, I need one still, and Rogue is coming. Fabio, send one Gambit to Anthony.
No, I call first dibs. I was here first. I said it first. Save me one.
They're already going for $450 on eBay. So
You know what to do, Fabio.
I'll massage your thigh, man. Take $50 off.
No, but you know
Yes.
what? Going back to, sorry, y'all.
Yes,
briefly,
yes, go
almost
on.
done. going back to this guy, I mean, I'm telling you, I things gotta have Fabio on my side because he sometimes open my eyes and dude, this one is an absolutely must have. If whether you are a I'm a not X-Men collector at all, but just to appreciate the quality, just for that, it can be one off in your shelf. It still will look amazing. It's really good. I mean, Fabio, come on, you got one of this as well.
Yep.
It's sick. It's really good quality. You cannot, and I feel bad for the other store. The show the show the side, uh, how they the figure was not really good, man.
But you know what it is? You can't feel bad for that because they have control of how they make their products. And if they choose not to care about how the product comes out, that's their problem. So they don't blame the third-party company for stealing your customers when your product is trash anyway. You know what I mean? Like, if you want people to buy your stuff, make sure that it's good quality stuff. I know somebody, 3 different Gambits from Sideshow. 3, okay? 3 of them, replacements, because they kept coming in broken. The sides of the outfits were tearing apart, were coming off. The glue was coming off. Like, how do you release something like this? You know what I mean? You charge people all this money, you give them literally 2 sets of hands and the plainest base you could ever find, the most plain base, and you charge $200 and something. Are you crazy? So you don't give us quality, you don't give us accessories, and you give us super high price, and then you go after the people who are your competition because they did a better product? Get
Right.
that out of here.
Exactly. That's the thing. They should have done better, and that's the problem. They have everything. I mean, they have the license. They have
Yep.
everything. They have everything for them to make it better. So, either they need to hire better sculptors or somebody who can, somebody that knows. But yeah, I mean, but just to be fair, the horror line is actually pretty good because I do have figures from the
Yeah,
horror
they
line.
are.
Yes, the bodies are not the greatest in some of them, but the head sculpt and the accessories is actually pretty decent, pretty good, I will say. So I think they should invest more time in trying to get their products better. That's all.
That's my thing. My thing is, if you have the license, then show respect for that license.
Yep.
Do right by the license. You're not gonna give us a product that's crappy while having the license. What is the point of it? And then, like I said, get mad that somebody who's unlicensed is doing a better job than you. So
A good analogy for that is kind of like with YouTube. Like if you have people who start a channel, but they put the work into it, and you see they're growing, you can't get mad at that person
Exactly.
because they're putting the work into it. But if you see a person who comes in, doesn't put the work into it, and then they're growing, then you could probably get jealous. But this person's not putting the work in. They're not doing right by the whole method and license.
Or steal.
This is my only Gambit I have right here.
Oh,
The Mezco one.
This is a Mezco, Ra.
Yeah.
Mezco.
See, there's the only reason I collect Mezco because Mezco is the closest thing to comic book characters. And I just wish Hot Toys did this. But I'm definitely get that Soosoo if they do the Rogue once Rogue comes out.
It's funny. Like if you put yours up, the color on the here, yours is brighter, right? But they don't have the X belt here. But I mean, it does look pretty similar. Even the hair looks pretty much similar,
Yeah.
right? Jacket and everything. They look actually pretty good.
everything about that figure is 10 times better than the Sideshow figure. Everything.
Yeah.
Here we got Bob Dylan with a super chat. Thank you, Bob Dylan. With a good question. How did Todd was able to take down the immortal hero Spawn so fast, but Sideshow couldn't do squat about the Cajun car dealer?
Well, Todd McFarlane, that's his license. Sideshow doesn't. They don't own the license. They purchase to be able to use it. Todd McFarlane is the owner of Spawn, so he has control of that. That's his baby. You know what I mean? But Sideshow is a different story. Sideshow doesn't own, you know what I mean? X-Men, you know what I mean? They don't own that. Yeah, they pay for the license to be able to make the products, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna go out of the way to defend that license. You know what I mean? They're defending the fact that another company is doing the same thing that they're doing without having to pay for the license rights. That's what's happening. But they're not.
In this case, should be Marvel going after Soosoo Toys and not Sideshow, Sideshow itself.
Correct, because Todd McFarlane is Spawn. You know what I mean? Like that's his company, that's his product. You know, so he has every right to go after anybody because that's his. So, like you said, Marvel is the one who owns Marvel. Therefore, they should be the ones attacking whoever they feel like they should that shouldn't make their products. But Sideshow is just a vendor. You know, they shouldn't get involved over a license unless, you know, it's affecting their money. That's it.
Plus,
I know for a fact.
Too. That's
I know for a fact that for the Soosoo Toys, the silver, what was the name they give? The Silver
Speedster? No.
Silver Speedster, something like that was for that character. I know that some stores in Hong Kong and China, they receive a cease and desist from Marvel, asking them to remove those listings from the websites. And I know that at this moment they are targeting Soosoo Toys a lot. Soosoo Toys at this moment, they are on fire. Marvel is going after them, and they are not going to stop because they are already using a lawyer company from China. It's not from US. It's already a lawyer company in China that is dealing with this. And this I know because it's people that sell the figures, and they are getting screwed about this. So I think we will see some developments about these Marvel figures, the third-party ones. I think we will start to be some developments about this. I don't know if Soosoo Toys will ever be able to go licensed because I don't think they have the money to invest in a license. Because what Marvel requests for a license is outrageous.
Yeah, so I feel
not for small companies like Soosoo Toys.
Yeah, no, like I said, Marvel. If Marvel has a problem, then it's Marvel, not Sideshow. Sideshow, you know, again, Sideshow gets involved when it's directly affecting their money, you know. But it's not about the licensing. It's not about, you know, I'm here to defend this license. It's not about that. It's about stop making products because you're messing with my money. You know what I mean? That's what it's about.
JB Beats NL, does someone knows if Black 8 Studio The Sopranos figure will come in stock release or it will be only pre-order? It wasn't pre-order and already the pre-order time already is done. I know I will have one for review, but I think you will find it in stock. You can check on Giant Toy 16 Kit, those normal websites. Normally a few days after release they will have always a few stock to sell. Normally they will have few stock to sell, but you better pay attention because normally these figures go out pretty fast.
And one thing I was going to say about
why didn't get the Soosoo Toys Gambit? Yes, Fabio, go on.
No, what I was going to say about the previous question about the head sculpts you were talking about. You know, the one thing with the recast and all that stuff is, you know, the stealing, like you said, the stealing aspect was not good about that. You know,
I was talking about this one, for example, this one, right?
Yeah, it looks like the Hot Toys one. You know, not
this
100%.
is a recast. This is a recast from the Hot Toys head.
Yeah, but it's not exactly the same. The Hot Toys are a little bit different as well.
They changed a bit. They need to change a bit.
Exactly. So it's beautiful. Go ahead.
No, so I'm new to the whole recast and stuff like that. So has there been like what's the is it 50% times the recast look better than the own cast, or what is it? The recasts are usually not as good, or
you're stealing. So for example, I make my fresh head sculpt from scratch. And then somebody buys it, and then they sell it to you for you to recast and make those heads from my products. So now, not only did you not make your own, but you're stealing my work to make your figures. That's what the problem is.
Right. I mean? Perfect example is the Anakin, the Anakin with the rooted hair. It's pretty much Hot Toys. It's pretty much Hot Toys head sculpt. It's just to just put rooted hair, recast.
So
that's the fact is that when you recast a head sculpt, original head sculpt, when go through your recast, and you only can recast it so many times until it starts to lose the details, and the recasted head sculpt will always be thinner than the original one.
Yeah, so like I said, the thing with that is, you know, obviously just because you make it from scratch doesn't mean it's going to be great. You know what I mean? Obviously. That has nothing to do with that. It's just it's just a fresh new product that somebody made themselves. But the recasting issue is, again, that's it. It's just you're stealing somebody's product to make it seem like it's your own. So that's when it becomes an issue with the community, you know, with the company, is because you're you know, again, I make a head sculpt and then you go steal it and make, you know, money off of my work, and that's where it becomes an issue. So, you know, it happens. It happens more than you think. It's been happening for years. There's been issues in the groups about, you know, people stealing people's work. But that's the ugly side of it, you know. Yeah, I would rather have somebody, you know, for example, like he pulled out Alfred Pennyworth. I would rather purchase that over somebody making their own sculpt and being crap. You know, so I'd rather spend the money on a recasted thing that's going to be good over somebody that's, you know, that they made fresh, but it's crap. It's not okay because I'm paying for somebody's product who stole somebody else's product, you know. But if it's going to be for my collection, I'd rather something that looks good over something that looks like crap.
And when you're talking about this Alfred, you also need to count that at this moment you cannot find it in stock. You can only find it on eBay, and the prices, because this Alfred came with the armory together. It's not a single release. It comes with the armory, and all that set. It's crazy expensive at this moment. And are you seeing Hot Toys releasing Alfred again? I don't think so. Do you think they will re-release the armory?
See, so it's a good question, because don't forget that they're going back to the Dark Knight Rises right now. You know what I mean? So they're doing, you know, you got Batman, you got the Batpod, you got Catwoman. So you don't know, but again, they're giving us already the Batman without the Bruce Wayne suit, which is how this one came. You got the Bruce Wayne suit, you got Alfred, and then you got the Bat armory. So that is the tricky part. Are you going to get that 3-pack again? I don't think so. Are they going to just say, let's just release it on their own? I don't think so. Especially now that this one was released, unless they figure, let's give them a different outfit, a different look, a different something, and then let's go to war with, you know, the Daft Toys one. But again, I don't think Hot Toys is bothering with that. I think they're going, you know, they're moving forward. I don't think they're doing an Alfred for any reason. There's no reason. If anything, if anything, a Lucius Fox would come out of nowhere rather than
exactly. Yeah, but dear Bob Dylan, a good comment. He said that even you can hinder the sales on distributors on countries that with IP enforcement, you cannot stop production in China, and that's true. Although I don't know if you guys ever saw the video, but I will share the video if I can find it. There was a factory ride last year, 2 years ago, in a factory that was doing recast of Michael Jordan from Ender Bay, and they did find the factory through drones. They were scanning with drones the factory. They went to the factory. They found they were doing the bodies like Enter Bay. They were recasting the bodies. They were recasting the Michael Jordan heads. And there was also they were also doing the Darth Maul. I never saw a Darth Maul in 1/6 scale third party, but they were there. Did you ever see a Darth Maul third party?
No.
But they were there, so they were never went to sale. Maybe those ones were really burned. But that's interesting. P-Rock, what's your opinion on recasts and VS own design? What do you think about these?
Well, now that you guys educated me on this, I definitely want to go own design, because I agree. Like, you're gonna steal something from somebody and just improve on it. That's kind of
But here,
up, man.
I'm gonna show you an example of that specifically, so you can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That's messed up, man. I'd rather just go the route, just get the original. I mean, if I can't find the original, then I'll go with recast.
Whoa, you see this? I sold my Soosoo Gambit to get Spider-Man. TNS sent me the wrong figure. I wanted Vigilante. So you got the Gambit instead of Vigilante. Whoa.
That sucks.
You got a good deal in the end.
That sucks. Wow. Yeah, definitely. I'll do the own design. I'll support
Yeah,
that first.
So I'm going to show you why own design, it doesn't mean better. Yeah, you're not stealing from somebody, but it doesn't mean better. So look, so this is obviously the DAF Toys one that we were talking about that Joao just showed, right? And you're gonna see one that's so this is it, right? It looks perfect, you know. And now this is supposed to be also Alfred. This was made years ago by a third-party person, and again, this is all we had to go by, and this is why I still have this. So it's supposed to be Alfred as well, but look at the difference.
Look at the hair. Yeah.
Right. So this is
Looks
looks
like you have Alfred. You have Alfred on one side and Biden on the other one.
Look, this is supposed to be Alfred from somebody making their own product.
But who did this one? Who did this one? Who did that one?
This was I bought this on eBay years ago, over like 7 years ago. Yeah, I have no idea. But somebody made this, like, you know, third party, somebody made this, and this is supposed to be original. Look how ugly this looks. It looks nothing like it. But at the time, this is all we had. So this is all I could buy. Then, so that's what I mean. I would rather pay, you know, it's not okay to pay for a stolen product. But if I'm going to keep it in my collection, I'd rather this than this.
Obviously, yes.
And that's my point. You know, it's not always, I'd rather support the person who's making the work. Yeah, if it's good work. But if it's not, why would you want to buy that? You know what I mean?
I see your point.
Yeah.
I see your point.
True
And you are right. And because just now we were talking about the armory, and Bob Dylan with the super chat, he was asking, in the DX19, the promo peaks, they tease the Dark Knight Rises, the clear acrylic armory. You remember?
Yes.
We saw the acrylic, that acrylic armory. And in small print, Hot Toys write armory sold separately. Do you think the Hot Toys will go to do this one, the clear acrylic one?
Absolutely. If again, and they'll use that if they decide to make that, because I know exactly what you're talking about, and everybody thought that they were going to make it, because that's the armory that comes from the floor up, the clear one, the one that opens up. No, I think was it that one or the one that gets wet? I think it was the one in the underground that gets wet when it opens. So that was the first one shown, and they never made it. They made the other one. So if Hot Toys decides to go with the clear one, it'll be an excuse to give us Bruce
Alfred
Wayne
again, right?
Correct. Bruce Wayne in a suit, Alfred, and then the bad armory, but the clear one. So that could happen as well.
I was trying to find that photo of the clear armory. I know which one. Yeah, but that one looks cool, man. That one looks very good. That one looks really very good.
Yep. I would get that immediately as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, but makes sense because they have the Bat Pod again, DX19, Selena Kyle is coming. Hopefully Joker, everyone is waiting for a Joker.
Well, Joker, I don't think yet, because like I said, they're only following the Dark Knight Rises right now. That specific line.
Do you think they are going Bane next?
Yeah, I think so. Before Joker, I think Bane before Joker.
Bane is coming 100%. Absolutely. The fact that they gave you that background for Selena Kyle, you know, that sewer background, I feel 100% the Bane's coming at some point. Absolutely.
With the Peacemaker body?
Most likely, because that's the most muscular body they got.
Yeah, I think that's the only option, because the Bane that we have from Hot Toys is skinny. I have the Hot Toys one. Is skin.
What about the body that came with Hellboy, the seamless body?
That's too huge.
Too big.
A monster.
That's too huge, you think?
Yeah. For the scale,
the movie Bane, yeah.
Even for the scale, for a 1/6 scale, it's a bit.
That body's actually pretty. No, but in terms of
comic Bane,
no, but
But in terms of the body, I think they should
Bane,
go with
comic
that one.
Bane, yes.
Yeah,
but the Dark Knight Rises Bane, no, because if you want to pose him near the Dark Knight, then the difference will be huge.
But remember also, Tom Hardy, just because he looked big in the movie, he wasn't that big. Yeah, he's not that big. You know, so the figure we got, the Bane we got him because it was actually accurate to the actor, and not only that, but you couldn't have too much poseability if he was a big body. You know, so I think they used the perfect body for that. And I still remember to this day, the one pose that people were complaining about that they couldn't get was him holding the jacket like this, and because the arms were weird, you couldn't do that pose, or him holding his vest like this. Remember when he was putting his hands like this?
Mm-hmm.
So the body didn't have the flexibility to do that. So what people were doing, they were actually detaching the wrist pegs off of the arm to be able to fit it in and get that look. So if we get a new one, I could guarantee you it's going to be a completely different body to be able to pose them better.
Especially when you already have third-party options, like the DAF Toys one. They made a suit pretty good. You fit it in the M34, M35 face and body, and you got a nice bang for your collection. And you got the M Toys one also coming very, very soon.
Right.
You got the two versions, stock market version and the classic version. So
the stock market version is insane. Even
insane.
though
With a helmet, with a helmet also.
Correct. You have to get that. You know, like I can't wait for that. Somebody years ago made a custom out of that. And I was like, that's so cool.
DAF Toys did one.
Oh, already? Years ago.
Yes. DAF Toys did one 2 years ago.
I missed it. Yeah, I remember seeing it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I don't remember why I didn't buy it. But because I thought maybe it was a kit, I think. Is that what it was? No.
DAF Toys was only the clothes set. Then you need to buy the body separately.
Exactly. That's why I didn't buy it. Because it was just, I was like, I already have one. I was, actually I think I have like 2 or 3 displayed. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't want it. I was like, I have 2 already. But this one, because it was a different version, I was like, you know what? It's for the full version with the body. So I was like, let me just get it.
What do you think would be, how much would Hot Toys charge for 2 figures and armory now?
For 2 figures and armory, it's going to be definitely
go up.
Over it's going to be almost $600. Almost $600.
I think more.
No,
I'm thinking
I think it's $5.99.
No,
$625.
Oh, with the armory?
With the
2
armory.
figures and armory.
Armory 2 figures.
Okay, let's do this. How much is right now the Nightmare Batman and the Black Suit Superman? That will give you an idea.
Is it close to 5, right?
Actually, I think it's 5 something.
Is it that much?
I think it's 5 something.
I'll
Well, let me
look
take
right
a
now.
look.
So then, so if that's the case, it's going
So
to be.
then it's gonna be more than 600 because you
Yeah.
have another piece, Nightmare.
Yeah, it's gonna be almost $700.
I don't think that much, but I think it's probably gonna be more than that. So it's 520 right now, the figure. So if you add that armory, I will probably say 585.
No,
585 to 595.
No, I think 650. 650 they'll do. 640 and change. Yep.
Plus tax, plus shipping. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's definitely going to be over 600. Yeah, I didn't think about the armory, but yeah, it's going to be a lot, and especially the materials that they choose to make it with will dictate the price as well, because if they get fancy with it, obviously it's going to go up. If they don't, if they use cheap shit, then you know what I mean. So it depends.
That's true.
A good question is from JB Pitts. If the people who make the head sculpts don't have the permission of the actors and selling, is that stealing?
Of course.
Yeah, that's stealing, because if you are doing a piece for yourself and to have in your home, if you don't profit from it, if you don't sell it, it's okay. But once you are profiting from something that you don't have the license to do, that's stealing.
Technically, yes.
And here is the problem: is that some people, they defend those custom pieces. For example, have some custom that do a run of 30 pieces. Let's say, okay, let's do a run of 30 pieces of, let's say, any figure, Gambit. They don't have the license, okay, but they do a run of 30 pieces, and normally those customs are very expensive. You are talking about $1,000, sometimes more. Let's say $600. And then a third-party company, let's say Toys Era, they recast the work of that artist and sell to the public. In theory, they are both stealing, because even the one that made the 30 pieces, he doesn't have the license, but sold. And then the third party comes and steal that work and sell publicly. There's a lot of controversy about this, but I think they are both stealing. One does a small run, one does a bigger run. It's just a matter which we all have different opinions about this, but it's true. It's like Doc Smizzle is saying, if I make a painting of an actual likeness, am I stealing? No, if you make a painting, you are not stealing, because you are not selling it out. You are doing a painting.
It's when
And
you're
I think
making
that's
money
okay.
off of something. It's when you're making money off of something that is usually, copyrighted, licensed. That's when you get in trouble. But if it's just for you to keep, like if I were able to make my own figures, there's nothing wrong with that because they're for me. But if I start making figures and selling them, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's where lies the problem. Is always on the selling. The selling without license. There's where lies the problem. We just pass now to the last segment, because I want to know about this. Many people ask about the third parties. Do you guys think it's better to pre-order or wait for release? Do you pre-order or wait for a review and then decide if you buy or not? I know Fabio normally pre-order, right?
So with third parties, you have to pre-order. No matter what the company is, the numbers are very, 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 very low all the time. They usually, once they come out, obviously depending on what figure, the popularity of third-party figures now is way more. They're way more popular now. They're very, especially with a company like Toys R Us, Soosoo Toys. They're making a what do you call it? They're causing not problems, but disturbing. They're disturbing the community with their products. Which is great. So I personally pre-order. If I see something that's announced and I know that I like it, I pre-order immediately. I don't wait for it to come out. I don't wait for anybody, to review it, because I know that it. Like for example, the Mars Guardian, which was the Martian Manhunter figure.
Toys Battalion.
So I saw it. I see the figure, and it looked okay. I was like, it goes with my entire, Justice League line, so I have to get it. The figure came. I ordered 2 of them. The figure came, nowhere near what it looked like in the prototype in the pictures. It looks actually very cheap. The body sucks. It came with nothing but hands. The head sculpt is very cheap looking. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I can't be like, oh, this sucks, let me send it back. No, I bought it. It looks great with the display. Would I go back and order it again now knowing what it looks like? Absolutely, because it's going to complement what I have.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well said, Fabio.
Well said.
Well said. Well said. That's really good. No, really, I'm just kidding. No, he's right. Actually, he's right, because the difference between, if you ask me this question for Hot Toys figures, I will tell you wait until it's released. Really, you don't need to pre-order right now. Me, personal opinion. For third parties, I do agree with Fabio, because the quantity is limited, and especially if the quality is there. Like for example, Gambit, the Cajun Dealer, or the Soosoo Toys Superman that we're gonna see. You may wanna jump on those if you really are into collecting those figures, right? If you don't care, then obviously you just don't do it, right?
It depends on the brand, right?
It depends on the brand, right? If it's, I don't know many brands, but like if it's a Soosoo toy, I will probably pre-order, because that figure probably is gonna sell out in a short time, because it would not be too many of them. Like what happened with that one, the Soosoo toy Green Goblin, which I'm trying to get right now. That one looks good. No, I didn't. I know where to get it, but I'm still undecided if whether should I pull the trigger from that company or not.
How many you have, Fabio?
So we have like 50 of them.
How many you have? The Green Goblin. You have any?
I have one. Yeah.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah, because if he has to, he will know what to do if he has to.
No, that figure is amazing.
Yeah.
And it will look so good with the classic Spider-Man, the one just released from Hot Toys.
Yeah.
That one.
That same suit, I feel like it's the same exact suit from the ending of the movie. Same exact color, same exact everything. So I don't know because we were speculating that Hot Toys were going to release another Tom Holland Spider-Man figure with that suit, but I think that was the suit we were getting, the one from the video game line, because it looks exactly like the suit from the movie. So I don't think we're getting another one. If we do, cool, but I don't think so. I think that's going to be it to match the end of the movie suit.
P-Rock, what's your take on pre-order or wait for release? You wait for release normally, right?
For third-party ones, not all, like the Dexter Morgan, the third-party figures coming out.
Dexter Morgan is licensed. Dexter is licensed. Yes.
Flashback, that's a license. Oh,
He's
okay.
not licensed? I think he's licensed. He's licensed. Dexter is licensed.
Oh, okay. I thought it was third party. See, I'm still using third-party 6-scale stuff. So, but yeah, if
you
it's a
can call
character,
it third party. You can call it third party. He's a third party licensed
Company.
figure because he's the first figure from that company.
Okay. So yeah, I pre-ordered that one because I love Dexter. That's one of my favorite shows ever. So if it's a character I know I'm gonna love, then yeah, I'll pre-order it. And then with the Dexter, it's not a comic book character, so I can actually have that on the shelf with my other like live action type scale figures. So that doesn't bother me at all. So if it's a figure you enjoy and it's third party, then yeah, I'll say pre-order it. And I agree with Dante. If it's Hot Toys, then you can wait.
Dexter is licensed, yes. Doc Smizzle, thank you for the clarification. And here, another interesting question. Do you think, from JB Beats, do you think they are starting to charge you too much for third-party figures? I remember they were much cheaper 2 years ago, and it's true. The third parties follow rule, and they know that people wanted figures, and they just push the price up. Now, you are starting to see third parties crossing the 200 mark. And that's already... They are reaching Hot Toys price.
Third party used to be between $140, $160. Sometimes they were $120. Again, the materials were different. Everything was different. Now I don't mind paying, for a third party figure, $180, $190. Like you said, they've crossed $200 already. If it's worth it, like for example, these Gambits, they're worth every penny all day, every day. This Superman coming from Soosoo Toys. It's worth that money all day, every day. So as long as the quality's there, the details there, the artistry's there, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter how much it is. Obviously, yeah, if something's gonna go above a Hot Toy and it's not the same quality or better, then absolutely not. It's not worth it. But if it's below Hot Toys, price, and the quality is very close to Hot Toys, it's worth every penny.
Exactly, I completely agree. It's true, but it also has to do that with after this end of the world that we lived in the last 2 years, all the materials, the prices rise up a lot. The material cost, the labor cost, everything went up a lot. I'm not giving excuses for their prices to rise, but that's true. They are also they also know that people want to buy these figures, and they know these collectors, they are used to buy Hot Toys for $280, $300. If we push it to 200, they will get it the same. And if we keep pre-ordering and buying at these prices, they will just keep rising.
Of course, that's right.
The more they can win, the better. But it's true what David say here. If you aren't super vigilante, yeah, that's a good. It's very easy to miss when a third party actually drops, and for some of them you blink your eye and they are sold out. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Sometimes you can lose good deals, like Gambit, for example. Doc Smizzle, I should have ordered Cajun Car Dealer when it was up on Lion Rock. What a mistake, but I've got so much stuff that I've got to pay this quarter. Yeah, that's other problem, is that these third parties, sometimes you pre-order, their deposits are $15, $20, and you just pre-order, and then because you don't keep in mind those third parties. You are thinking about the Hot Toys when they will release.
Right.
And then sometimes you got the invoice from a third party, and you at that time maybe you have 2 or 3 Hot Toys to pay, and you said, no, this third party now, I will not care about it. Let it drop. And sometimes you lost 2 or 3 figures that they actually were good.
Yep, that happens to me all the time. Exactly what you just said, word for word. That's what I go through all the time. Everybody's just on top of, Hot Toys, because you really can't track a third party. So I'm never on top of what's coming out from the third party until you get that invoice, and it's not, one invoice, it's multiple from different places, and it's multiple figures that I get. So all of a sudden, I got 3 invoices for $1,000. It's like, holy crap. You know what I mean? It's like, my God. So that happens to me all the time. I mean, obviously I pay it. I pay it. I don't let figures just slide and like, oh, I'm not getting this. But that happens to me. And it's the worst because it's like, oh my God, like, you don't realize how much you're ordering until you get these invoices all at once. You're like, fuck, I forgot about this, So that happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I agree with Fabio because like one that is third party that I do remember now that I wish I pre-ordered and I'm regretting now is the Final Fantasy from Game Toys because now they're doing Tifa and that's my favorite female character of anything video games, movies. So I kind of regret
Game
now.
Toys go up in price very fast.
Exactly. So I regret not getting the pre-ordering the characters before Tifa. So I'm not gonna spend above $500 for those figures.
They are $500 now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna probably get to that point. I'm not sure. I know Cloud sold out. He's hard to find.
Which one?
Cloud from Game Toys.
Did you got that one, Fabio?
Wait, Cloud? I don't even know what that is.
Cloud from Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy.
Oh no, I don't know anything Final Fantasy. No. I never played the games. I never got into any of that. No, I don't know anything.
Yeah, those I wish I pre-ordered.
And those
are cool.
Yeah.
I like. You know why I like them? Because I feel like some of the figures look like Castlevania figures, so I think they're really cool. But I never got into the games or anything.
Yeah, that was getting me to buy a PlayStation.
But those figures are also the Game Toys figures, the Final Fantasy ones are also very popular here.
Yeah, yep.
So here they sold out very, very fast. At the time, Will asked me if I would review it. At the time, I didn't pre-order, but I couldn't find any. And the ones that is selling already at the price that it's really impossible to get.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
that was my mistake. But I learned from my mistakes.
Like I said, the Gambit right now it's
we all do
$450.
You can't say that. Not all people do.
That was a really fast price increase for a figure that was just released. A few weeks ago.
Which one?
The Gambit. It's already $450 on eBay right now.
$450 now?
Right now. And it's only released a few weeks ago. So that's what I mean. Because of the limited amount, that's what happens. But don't be shocked if Soosoo Toys starts pulling the pattern of giving you limited amounts and then giving you a second run. Limited amounts and a second run.
JB Beats and L is asking because this is what everyone want to talk about, but I don't want to spend too much time with the Peacemaker. I just want to know your opinion in give me 2 words. What do you think about this?
No good.
You don't like it?
I appreciate them trying something different. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, my personal thing with this is, like I said yesterday. So just from the pictures alone, it's missing. I feel like it's missing a lot of, color. Like it's just very blah. The mouth open. It is what it is. He's a crazy character. Whatever. I feel like they should have given us a second head sculpt at least. They look at the picture on the left. It looks like they were looking for the John Cena fans. You know what I mean? Like the wrestling fans. They really didn't focus on the figure because if they did, you would have an unhelmeted head sculpt with his head just as they do every other figure, and then either give you the helmeted head or obviously a separate helmet to be able to put on at any moment, or give you the Captain America look of removing the bottom piece and attaching an open mouthpiece. You know what I mean? They could have done all that stuff. But I don't know what they were thinking. Again, I'm getting this just because I like John Cena. But I feel like the face is lacking detail. That tongue is unnecessary. But again, it's the John Cena thing. But yeah, it is what it is. What are you going to do?
I mean, I'll get it if they do Vigilante. Like I said, I buy in pairs. So if they release Vigilante or if they go to the Suicide Squad and release Bloodsport, then I would get this.
Do you think we need a third-party company to come to save the day with a head sculpt?
I'm expecting. I mean, it will be awesome if Soosoo Toys does something about this, right? I'm gonna put up something. Hope this weekend
if
about
Soosoo
this.
Toys just need to do a pistol, because I think this one is not detachable. I think is glued. I'm not sure.
No,
But
it's
if
not.
so-
It's
if so-
an accessory. It's
It's an
100%
accessory. They just didn't show it because Warner Brothers doesn't like to show guns, I guess, and that's the reason why they didn't show it. But it's there, so it is no way that you're not gonna have this figure without a pistol. It will be
Travesty.
a
Okay,
travesty.
let's say
You're not doing it.
Soosoo Toys does a head sculpt, extra helmets, and call him the fixer, because they are fixing what
Yeah.
Hot Toys have done wrong.
right.
Or
And
the
it's time.
peacekeeper.
100%
Or the
buy.
peacekeeper.
I will
I'll buy-
definitely get if it's good. 100% yes. This one here, I'm gonna get it just because I love the show, and right now this is the only 1/6 scale official figure. Just me. I have my thoughts about pretty much everything else that this figure is showing. From head sculpt all the way from top to bottom. Which stay tuned. I'm gonna put something. Sorry for the plug, Joe. But I was supposed to talk about this yesterday, but I had to cancel the show. Some issues there, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely get this one. But I have my thoughts about everything from top to bottom.
And it looks like you're getting 2 helmets too. You know what I mean? It looks like you could swap out the helmets. So I'm pretty sure it's probably a magnetic piece, above the head and in the helmet to keep it attached. But they could have given us, and it's a cop out too for Hot Toys, because how much is this figure going to be, right? So they're already not even giving us a full head sculpt, which is what they're known for. So they're cutting corners to give you, all right, well, we don't have to give them a full head, but then again, we don't know what this looks like without the helmet. So I don't know what they were thinking, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? You don't like it? Don't buy it.
Right. And
Yeah,
another
we need-
thing.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Go
Joe.
on.
And another thing, real quick. The other day we were talking. I think Joe, you were there as well in one of the shows that we got together. That we were talking about that Hot Toys need to do more DC stuff because yes, we like Star Wars, we like Marvel, but DC needs love, and there are a lot of fans out there that want figures, and I think they could have done better. 100% they could have done better in this one. But again, as always said it, I'm not gonna change my rhetoric here. This is still a prototype, right? We don't know what else is going to happen. I mean, could they improve something here? Could they maybe give us an alternative head sculpt because of the fan demand? We don't know that. What are the chances? Probably none. But it is still a possibility out there. As I said before, I'm gonna definitely get this one because it's the only license option right now. But if I can see, which I think I saw something on Facebook earlier today, Joao. I think they did a head sculpt already for this particular 1/6 scale, and it does look pretty good.
Yeah, I saw that one.
You saw that one with the bust,
but that
right?
one seems is pretty expensive.
Expensive,
That's
right?
expensive.
But if there's no other options out there, and you can buy something that looks that great because that head sculpt looks amazing. I'm telling you, of course, it looks expensive because it was a customized one. But if you can get that one and complement with this one, man, you have a really awesome figure. I have my thoughts about the joints, which we're gonna talk about later. But yeah, I will definitely get it just because I love the show and it is the only option right now.
El Professor in the house. How are you, Mario? And yeah,
Paso,
but yeah,
hermano.
it's true. We need a third party to come to save us. This I don't know what to call to this. It annoys me to look at this head sculpt, to be honest.
See, it doesn't bother me that much.
But I can see.
It doesn't
I
bother me
mean,
that much.
yeah, go on. Doesn't
No,
bother
it
you.
just doesn't like I said. Like when I collect my figures, I don't display them with their head scope. I don't want the head scopes. I want the masks or the helmets. And
Yeah, but with
way
this
I
one,
have-
you don't have any option. You
well,
will
yes, I'm saying I'm
always-
happy
you-
with that. I wish Hot Toys gave me that option where they could discount the figure and take the head sculpt out. I'll go with that option almost every single time because I want to display them with the helmet on. And then, like I said, with the mouth like that, hoping the gun can be held, like you guys said. I know I'm gonna pose
But
them like shooting the
There's
gun.
no pointing end. You don't have any
No, there is.
trigger
They
hand.
show one. They show one. If you go through the
There's
slides,
trigger hand? Is
Yeah.
it?
the right trigger hand.
Yeah,
Keep
the
going.
one he's holding the axe with is
Yep.
the trigger hand.
Keep going. There's another
That's
one.
right. This one. Yeah. Okay. I see it now. The one with the X. Right. That's right. So it's possible. Yeah, that the gun is detachable,
No,
and they
it's
just
100
don't show it.
It's 100% detachable. There's
Yeah.
no way that Hot Toys is going to give us a 6-year-old toy at $200 and something. Absolutely not happening.
And
They
if
just
not, I could get another gun somewhere else.
Right, like
Man,
Dante's
but
Warner
Even
Brothers.
the magazines that are on the belt, you can tell that you can detach as well. But they put it in everything in the gun holder, so they know that But it is implied that you can actually use it. You know that.
yeah, but anyway, Hot Toys already announced it, and at least we have a Peacemaker, right? Because this one you can use it either for the Suicide Squad, either for his own show. I wish they would show us more Suicide Squad figures. Until now, we only have that Power Pose
King
shark.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Is this from the movie or is this is from
This
the
from the
show?
show.
Correct?
This from the
This
show.
from
Yeah,
the show. This from the show.
Yeah.
But it can work both ways.
Yep.
Right.
It can work both ways. Okay, you have the base, the display base. It shows the Peacemaker, but it can work both ways, in my opinion.
Well,
Yeah,
don't forget that Hot Toys hasn't really done much with that line anyway, besides the Power Pole Shark. So
Yeah.
you could use. I don't think they're getting too into it. I don't. Either. So it is what it is.
Anthony Caribes with Super Chat. Hey guys, have some panel. Thank you, Anthony. I thought Peacemaker was a Soosoo Toys at first. Yeah, I think Soosoo Toys would make 2 head sculpts, not only
Correct.
one with a detachable tongue.
Correct. Absolutely. That's what Hot Toys should have done.
And we got a special info from our good friend Monica. Gun is not detachable as per secret base staff. And if Monica says is true, so we may have a problem here.
That's not good.
So we need a third party gun and a third party at sculpt and a third party helmets.
Yeah. No.
But think this way: if you are going to get a third party gun, then you pose him with the gun in the hand, it will not look good. Because you have one gun attached and one gun in the hand, you only have one holster.
Well, he does have multiple guns, though. In the shows, he always had a bunch of guns.
I'm telling you, this is 100% an accessory that's going to be usable. We would not be getting the gun holding hand if it was not usable. To make it clear, you're not going to be able to use this gun. If you look at the hand that he's holding the axe with, it looks stupid.
FABIO figures against secret base stuff.
No. But listen, and I'm going to tell you why. Because think about it.
The drama.
If they really didn't want you to use the gun, they wouldn't have given you that hand. Why? If you need him to hold an axe, you don't need a finger. You don't need a trigger finger like this, right? So they would have made their point clear. You're not going to be able to use this gun. Therefore, we're not giving you this hand. Because what's the point? If you're going to hold an axe, you're going to hold it like this, not like this. So they're giving you that hand to display with the gun. And I could bet money on that. Yeah, I understand what she's saying, and I'm not saying she's lying. But when it comes to making,
It's a he actually.
He.
oh, Monica, sorry. So the what do you call it? The fact that they're giving you that gun and they're giving you that hand, it's for a reason. Again, I'm not saying I'm right, but it wouldn't make sense to get a $260, $70, $80 figure with sculpted gun with the gun hand. So
But
that's
could it be that they give you this figure, the gun is not detachable, wait a few months, and you got
Accessory pack?
Peacemaker accessories pack,
Yes.
accessory pack.
they could do
Again,
that.
2 helmets,
that.
extra head sculpt, 180.
I'm thinking if the gun's not detachable, they're only biting themselves in the ass, because that means going forward, every DC character that has a gun is not going to have the gun detachable. So they're going to lose their sales because of that.
Yeah, then they're gonna start giving us what's the word, like child-proof figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like now you're giving us figures that are supposed to be for people 15 years, 16 years and older. Oh well, it's a gun, so we got to be careful, and you can't use a gun.
Right.
Like,
Let me actually let me say something. So I'm checking what this figure comes with officially, supposedly. So weapon says 1 sword, 1 axe,
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about
and
that.
eagly. That's it. It doesn't show. Now,
So why that? And that's exactly my point. They don't even show you as an accessory, but why is it in the picture then? Why are they showing you also magazines on the other side? You know what I mean? Like I guarantee you that gun is going to be usable 100%.
And I hope they don't go to accessory pack because you know Hot Toys accessory packs can probably be like $150, $200.
No,
I just said that 180. I just said
Yeah,
180.
Yeah, hell
the
no.
accessories pack worked for Mark 50 because there were so many things that he could do. So that's why that worked for that figure. You know, they weren't going to give you a $280 figure, $300 figure, $350 figure, you know, with all those things. So they're like, you know what? Let's go for it. And that didn't sell out. I don't even know if it's still sold out yet, but that took forever. If it sold out, it took forever to sell out because not a lot of people were falling for that.
No Venom.
But you see here, the Tremble Desk, this comment, he say, Otto is maybe doing what other figure makers are doing with DC figures, adding gun pointing ends and selling accessory packs. Maybe we got a new trend here for DC figures and we are going to start to see some accessory packs. I hope not. I really hope not.
So what if they actually do that, but they include a head sculpt, a mask head sculpt, including with the accessories? That could happen too.
Then it might be worth it.
So you have the gun, you have the unhelmeted version, you have
Best.
an extra thong.
I don't think if you get an accessories pack, you're not going to get any heads in there. Absolutely not. They're not going to give you a head in there. They'll give you as many accessories as you want. If there are guns that he uses on the show, if there are different weapons that he uses on the show, if there's, for example, you know, I haven't watched the show. So, for example, let's say there's he grabs a shield from the show. You know, things like that, you'll get in an accessories pack, but you're not going to get in an accessories pack.
And if this is like Monica mentioned, if the gun is 100% not usable, is attached to it, then you're gonna beat them right that third party companies are gonna start doing accessory packs for this, and they're gonna have probably a diecast gun, maybe alternative helmets diecast as well, because remember he has a bunch of helmets that he can use, so maybe they can do that as well with some you know, the torpedo one that they can do like the effect, you know, that you can put in the head or something like that. So you can actually see, you know, other companies taking the ideas and doing it. But it will be, honestly, I hope, Fabio, that you're right, that when we get this figure, we can actually touch the gun. And maybe at one point, again, this is releasing next year, so we still have time. They still can revise things. They still can add other things. Adding a gun, I don't think is much, is much possible that adding a brand new head sculpt, for example, right? Because it takes more work. But adding an accessory like an extra gun, it happened before with other figures that they blurred or they didn't show a gun, and then boom, it comes with these new guns, for example, these new accessories, for example. So it is possible too.
Yeah. Yeah, and David, this is the comment the comment of the day. Joker without a pencil. Yeah, imagine now if they release a Joker, they cannot release with a pencil. Yeah, the accessories packs. Maybe that's what we are going to see from Hot Toys, or we just wait from some third party to come with it. I just want to answer here a question from JB Beats, was about the Kill Bill figures. Kill Bill figures were made by a third party company. Do you have any of them, Fabio? No?
I didn't buy any of them because you know, the movies were great, but when she came out, I didn't really like the way she looked. She looked kind of cheap. So I was like, nah. But somebody bought her and did a custom and they made her all bloody. That looked amazing. But no, I never bothered with those figures. Again, they look very cheap. She didn't look right. And they
the
made
Uma Thurman looked horrible, right? I
Yep.
remember
So
that.
that's why I never bought her. So like I said, when it comes to third party, I have to really like feel like the figure when it comes out is going to be realistically and it's going to be good enough, you know, look realistically fair enough for me to like keep it. So if I know that it's not going to look, if it already looks bad in the promo pictures, it's not going to get better from a third party. So if it's Hot Toys, it's a different story. From a third party, rarely gets better. So that's why I didn't bother with them.
Bob Dylan made a good point here. So Mysterio came with a head sculpt, yes,
Yeah.
but also think about the price. How much was that figure priced as well? So I think it complemented the fact that they can add a head sculpt. I think for what this is priced right now, 280 something, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But for the price right now for that Peacemaker, which is 275 actually, I can see adding more accessories rather than a head sculpt on this one, just because of the price, right? And the fact that they're giving you the two different head sculpts, I believe, with two different helmets, with two different tongues. So I think that it is more possible to see um, um, a gun added in the future. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, but here there's this comment from Trim again. The Catwoman, no, it comes with a pistol. Is listed in what comes in the box,
Yeah.
and it's a re-release, and that technically doesn't apply to DC new no guns directive. I don't know what's their. I really don't know what's behind the scenes. What's the new directives that DC applies to these companies. I know that Prime One also had that problem, and the other Medicom, they also already said that some figures they really cannot add guns to it. But all right, guys, we are almost in the 2 hours mark, and I really need to get some rest. And
I got a quick question for you. I do have a quick question for you, Joe. You talked yesterday about that Spawn figure. Was it you that called the company that said that that's the only bodies they had, or you said a friend?
I called the company.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make
No.
information right.
Can you repeat? I didn't understand your meaning.
So remember last night on one of the streams, you said you called the company that's making that Spawn figure. That
No,
you
I
asked
didn't
them,
call the company. I said
a friend or you know somebody. That's what I was asking.
A person
Was it
that I
you or
know
a
that
person?
is close to the factory. He told me that Spawn figure, the body they used was because that was the only body they had in stock. They never read any comic. They never go to check anything about the height.
Okay.
This is the body we have. Let's make this. That's what it.
That's why I just want clarification. So when I repeat it, I want to make sure I say it right.
But you need to repeat it.
I got a feeling I'm going to have to repeat to Local Lou again. I got a feeling because he keeps trying to push that thing. So that's why I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but we are arriving at 2 hours mark, and I think it was a nice show. I think we went through a lot of talking. We ended up talking about Hot Toys. It's unavoidable because 1/6 scale there's also a bit of Hot Toys. So
And you have a Hot Toys shirt, my friend.
And I have what? I have what?
You have a Hot Toys shirt.
And
or
that's
sweater.
where you are wrong, because this is an N, is not the H.
Oh,
I
because-
changed
oh.
the logo.
Oh,
It was
I didn't
covering.
see
It
that.
was.
Not
It was
toys.
covering your.
This is
your
an N, not
right.
toys.
The N was covered by your name, so I couldn't see that.
This logo is licensed by me. It's not a recast.
Not toys.
Put it better so we can see it.
Oh, not toys.
Your banner's blocking it a little bit.
It's a knockoff.
Not toys. I like that.
Yeah, because
the
you were
same
like
logo.
that.
I just
But because you were towards your left, your name, the third party reviews name tag was covering the N, so it looks like
Yeah.
an H. That's why I said you have the Hot Toys sweater.
Okay, so my friend Dante, what's going on your channel?
Well, first
we
of all,
will see you next.
Thank you for this first official episode. I know the last week was your unofficial first episode 0. This is episode 1. So thank you for the invite, man. As always, it's a pleasure for you for having me here in the show. What's going on in my channel right now? So I'm gonna do a figure
This
preview
guy.
of the Peacemaker with a little bit of a twist. So you guys may want to stay tuned on that. Probably it's gonna premiere tomorrow. Or maybe tonight. So stay tuned for the time. You'll see it. We're gonna have our live streams again back Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and then Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So I got some issues yesterday. I wasn't able to do it at all. But I want to thank everyone for the support and the comments. And yeah, we'll be back next week, fully loaded with the material and awesome stuff. But thank you, man. Thank you so much for the invite.
It's my pleasure. You know, you are always welcome. Fabs, what's happening on Fabs Figures?
All right. Well, first of all, again, thank you so much for having me. It was awesome being here. I know this is not my last time here. I'm probably going to take the show at some point. No, I'm kidding.
You may take it, right?
He will be on the top now.
But no, thank you again. So yeah, my channel, Fabs Figures, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Just for anybody who wants to look at figures. I have my collection tour up. Yeah, check it out.
And last but not least, Piroxilla. What's
Oh, I
going
like
on
where you
your
roll the
channel?
R's. I like that. Brrr.
You like?
I like that.
Brr.
Me gusta mucho. Oh, so my
Si a
channel
ti
I
te
got
gusta, a mí me encanta.
Sí. Ah, Dame un beso. There we go. There we go. So no, my channel. So I got my Miles review coming up this week. I got some smaller scale reviews coming up. My Storm Shadow, the camouflage version, is coming in tomorrow, so I'm gonna review that too, the 3.0 version figure, and gonna get my streams get up and running. So hopefully, now that my brother Dante is here, so hopefully Dante, Fabs, you guys, when I get my stream up and running, you guys would join me, and I appreciate you having me. I'm happy that I got to meet you. I met you before, but never really talked to you like one-on-one. So I'm happy, we're in that level now because you're a real cool guy, and thanks for having me, man. Anytime you need me, let me know. And I like that kiss. It was nice and
guys,
wet.
remember to subscribe to all of my friends' channel. They are all the top content creators in this platform.
Thank you.
And we will see you next week. Thank you. And we will see you next week. Have all a great weekend. Bye bye.